Pulse transfer function of systems in parallel. E of x delta t, E star of s, G2 of s, C1 of s, C2 of s, positive C of s, delta t, C of s. Addition in the block diagram with the samplers. Addition in a block diagram with one sampler removed. Cs of is equal to C1 of s plus C2 of s is equal to G1 of s, E star of s, E star of s plus G2 of s, E star of s is equal to G1 of s plus G2 of s of E star of s. C star of s is equal to G1 star of s plus G2 star of s of all into E raised E star of s. C of A is equal to G1 of Z plus G2 of Z of Ez. Overall pulse transfer function between C and E. C of Z divided by E of Z is equal to G1 of Z plus G2 of Z. C of S is equal to C1 of S plus C2 of S is equal to G1 of S E star of S plus G2 of S E of S. Show that if G of S and G2 of S are both first order model, G2 of Z is G1 of Z not equal to G2 G1 of Z. Continuous system in a series with G1 of 8 is equal to K1 divided by torque 1s plus 1. G2 of S is equal to K2 torque 2s plus 1. All torque not equal to torque 2. G1 of Z is equal to K1 divided by 1 minus e raised to minus delta t divided by torque n Z raised to minus 1 all raised to minus 4. And G2 is K2 divided by 1 minus e raised to minus delta t divided by torque 2 Z raised to minus 1 by torque 2. G1 Z or G2 of Z is equal to K2 K1 divided by torque 2 torque 1 of 1 minus e raised to minus delta t divided by torque 2 Z raised to minus 1 into 1 minus e raised to minus delta t divided by torque 1 e raised to z minus 1. G2 of S, G1 of S is equal to K2 K1 divided by torque 2 is S plus 1 torque 1 S plus 1. G2 G1 of Z of K2 K1 divided by torque 2 S minus 1 and torque 1 S of plus 1 is equal to K2 K1 of e raised to minus delta t by torque 2 minus e raised to minus delta t divided by T1 of Z raised to minus 1 divided by torque 2 minus torque 1 into 1 minus e raised to delta t torque 2 Z raised to minus 1 of 1 minus e raised to minus delta t divided by torque 1 all raised to Z raised to minus 1. G2 of Z and G1 of Z not equal to G2 G1 of Z.